Okay, I just finished domain 4, and I just want to go over briefly what we covered in domain 4 of the CISSP Udemy training. So very quickly, we went over the OSI models and the TCP/IP model. We did IP4 addressing, IPv6 addressing, private and public addresses, and let me tell you, the subnetting took me back. I didn't want to do it then. I certainly don't want to do it now. Thankfully, it's not on the test. Now I just use a subnet calculator if I had to. Before I was nice with it, but you know, I ain't got to do that shit no more. So we went over the common ports like FTP, TFTP, SNMP, port 161 UDP. We went over RDP, which is 3389, DHCP, which is UDP 67. We talked about ARP and DNS, DHCP, network address translation, NAT, port address translation, which is firewall functions, and maybe some router functions, depending on what you use, but it's primarily a firewall function. We talked about network routing protocols, and let's see, wireless and cellular networks, which I don't even know why we have to know anything about cellular, but yeah, so common attack types, network and equipment. They talked about repeaters and hubs. Like, why? Why is this even? Nobody should have a repeater or a hub. If you work for a company that has a repeater or a hub, quit. Leave a job. There's no reason for you to have a repeater or a hub. Stop being poor. And then we talked about the different types of network topologies, which is, again, ring, star, and mesh. I haven't heard those terms in so long, and why? So what I'm going to do now is, now that I've covered domain 4, I did this in like 2 or 3 days. It was incredible. It was just as big as domain 3 was, but I did it in 2-3 days, and it felt like 2-3 weeks of me doing domain 3. You going upstairs now, wife? Okay.
You filming?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, am I making noise?
No, it's fine. You're allowed. This is your house. I'm just doing a vlog. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
You imagine like, wow, that's what he gets when he's home. Look at that.
Jesus Christ. So let me take this test. I don't know why it's just like this. Jesus Christ. I love you, wife. I'll see you in a little bit. No. Jesus Christ.
Turn this off. I put the cams on. So you can turn it
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Okay, see you tomorrow. All right. Anyway, so I went over what we covered, and I just want to take this quiz. Walk with me through this quiz that I'm about to do. Oh, yo, so check this out. My mentor, my boy, Audi. I'm gonna read them. Let me read what he sent me the other day, bro. This is my man, 150 grand. It's my man. Hold on. Every time I go to my phone, I lose the plot. Let me focus. Let me focus on what it is that I'm trying to do. So he sent me LearnZapp, which is an app for test prep on your phone. And I think I mentioned this before, but my boy Stevens was like, yo, get this app or get the Pocket Prep joint so that while you're on the toilet, you don't be scrolling Instagram. You wanna be practicing the test questions. So my boy Audi said, here's a link to LearnZapp. These are the test questions that he used on his mobile when he was in transit or on the go, or obviously going number 2. And I thanked him for the resource. And then he follows up with this. He says, just sent you enough to cover close to 3 months. Good luck, brother. Wow. I don't know where he sent the money, though. Where did he send the money? Damn, did he take it back? Wait, did he send it via Venmo? He didn't send it in Venmo. Wait, where did he send it? Wait, he sent me Cash App? Maybe he took it back because I never responded? No, he didn't send it Cash App. Wait a minute. Where would he send it? Maybe he sent it Zelle? Did he Zelle it to me? Wow, this is crazy. I know he sent me something, but I don't remember how he sent it. I guess I gotta hit him back because he said he sent me something, but I don't know how he sent it. But that's fire. I'm gonna get this bread. I'm gonna get this bread. I'm gonna pay for it. But that's my man, yo. 150 grand. He sent me some bread so I could pay for the test. Anyway, let me take this this quick quiz, and then I'm gonna go to the book. I'm gonna go to the book, CISSP book. I'm gonna go to that, and I'm gonna do the questions for domain 4, which is chapter 11. I haven't opened this book since chapter maybe 3 or 4, and I'm all the way in chapter 11. So I didn't do any of the practice tests on here for domain 3. I didn't do any of the practice test questions. Maybe I'll go back and do that. But I'm gonna do the test questions here in Udemy. And which of the following is the most efficient way to deliver large files quickly to users over the internet? Using content distribution network. I know that's the right answer. Storing files on a local server. No, it's not going to be over the internet. Sending files via email. That is over the internet, but that's not the most efficient way. So that's not the answer. Using a peer-to-peer file sharing network. Well, that's not a secure way. So that the way I'm going to answer that is using content distribution network. Because as you heard, storing the files on the local server is not going to get it over the internet. Sending the files via email is going to get it over the internet, but it's not efficient, and there's limits to what you can send over the internet. I know that. So over email, I should say. And I'm right. Of course I'm right, son. This is wild. I got on my glasses. I'm in my Mr. Valentin. This is my old man right here. I'm like this. Huh? I can't see. Anyway, which protocol is used to ensure the integrity, authenticity, and confidentiality of IP packets, encapsulating security payload? Internet Protocol Security, IPsec. That sounds like the right answer. Internet Key Exchange. No, that's used to negotiate SAs. Transport Layer Security. That's for web. Yeah, that replaced SSL, so I'm going to go with IPsec, and of course I'm correct. The protocol used to ensure the integrity, authenticity, and confidentiality of IP packets among the given choices is Internet Protocol Security, IPsec. IPsec is a suite of protocols that provides cryptographic layer to IP traffic, ensuring data integrity, authenticity, and confidentiality. It uses ESP for encryption and can use IKE for secure key exchange, while TLS also provides secure communication. It operates at a higher layer, transport layer, and not direct IP level. So in the TCP IP stack and the OSI model, IPsec is at layer 3. and the transport layer is layer 4. So, which protocol is used to authenticate a remote user by sending hash value of the user's password? And I'm going to say the options are PAP, S key, I don't know what that is, SSL, no, I know that for a fact, and CHAP. Which protocol is used? So I know it's not the S key and it's not SSL. And PAP is an insecure, is very insecure. So I'm going to say CHAP. Among the options, CHAP, Challenge Handshake Authentication Protocol, is used to authenticate a remote user by sending a hash value of the user's password. CHAP protects against replay attacks with a unique challenge value for each authentication attempt. Unlike PAP, which sends passwords in plain text, that's something we never want to do. And it was reiterated. You don't want to send any passwords in plain text. And there was something else that stores passwords locally. So you don't want to store, but it stores it in plain text. So again, you don't want to store any passwords or transport any passwords in plain text. So the answer CHAP is correct. And those are the answers. Now there's another practice test, but this is going to be 30 questions. And I think I'm going to do that after this. But I wanted to do, I did an assessment. Was that after domain 3? Yeah, I think it was after domain 3. So I'm going to do the assessment for domain 4. But also what I wanted to do is use the book and answer some of these questions. What is layer 4 of the OSI model? It's easy. That's D. It's a transport layer. What is encapsulation? It's not protecting evidence until it has been properly collected. It's not verifying a person's identity. It's not changing the source and destination address of a packet. So it's B, adding a header and footer to data as it moves down the OSI stack. And which OSI model layer manages communications in simplex, half duplex, and full duplex modes? And that is the physical layer, because that's D. It's the physical layer because, yeah, because it is. Which of the following is the least resistant to EMI? It's going to be fiber. Because any coax, is it coax cable? Oh no, shielded twisted pair cable and the UTP cables, the unshielded twisted pair and the shielded twisted pair cables are susceptible to electromagnetic interference. So it's going to be D for number 4. Damn, I'm kind of nice with this shit right now, kid. I ain't gonna front. I'm kind of nice. One of the questions was about IPsec tunnel versus transport mode. And tunnel mode is when you use IPsec tunnel mode is because when you have a device that doesn't natively speak IPsec like a user machine, you'll be using IPsec tunnel mode. So if you're connecting to a device, let's say you're connecting to a firewall, you're gonna connect over IPsec tunnel from your workstation. So if you have, like, let's say we're doing Cisco AnyConnect or Cisco VPN, you're gonna connect via IPsec tunnel. So in transport mode, you have 2 devices that can both speak IPsec natively. That's when you're gonna use transport mode. Treat me like ChatGPT and double check that, but I'm pretty certain that's what it is. So if you go firewall to firewall, they both speak IPsec natively, and you can connect over them over transport mode. All right. 5 is, I don't know why I went into that, but that was another one of the questions. So yeah, let's do a couple more, and then I'm going to take the test, and I'll hit you back and let you know how I did on the other joint, on the assessment, on the Udemy assessment. Which of the following is not an example of network segmentations? Which of the following is not an example of network segmentation? So DMZ, intranet. I don't think intranet. Yeah, there's intranet, extranet, DMZ, VPN. I don't think VPN is network segmentation, because intranet is basically another segment of the network. DMZ, the demilitarized zone, that's another segment. Extranet is another segment. You have separate VLANs or separate networks off the firewall with higher security values. That's me acting like I know a little network. What is a field-powered technology that can be used for inventory management without requiring direct physical contact? What the fuck does that even mean? What is a field-powered technology? Oh, RFID. Yeah, RFID. A field-powered technology. So that's like you go boop, and it's, yeah. That's I'm guessing, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So. If you are the victim of a bluejacking attack, what was compromised? Likely your cell phone, because bluejacking has to do with Bluetooth. Boom. Your cell phone is it. The other options are your firewall, your switch, and your web cookies. Which networking technology is based on the IEEE 802.3 standard? That's going to be Ethernet. Yeah, that's my best guess, because why the fuck would they be asking me about token ring networks? Like, stop it. Jesus, man. Number 9, what is a TCP wrapper? You know, my stupid brain as I'm reading this went right back to a joke about someone in hip hop. I don't even know why. What is a TCP wrapper? That's funny. An application that can serve as a basic firewall by restricting access based on user IDs or system IDs? No. Security protocol used to protect TCP IP traffic over WAN links. A mechanism to tunnel TCP IP through non-IP networks. An encapsulation protocol used by switches. This is the thing about doing the test in the book without reading the book and using Udemy, because I've heard of TCP wrapper, but I'm not sure out of these which one it is. What is a TCP wrapper? I might have to skip that one for now. We'll come back to that. But no, I'm a guess. Fuck out of here. I'm a guess. An encapsulation protocol used by switches. I know somebody probably gonna be watching this like, no, it's fucking C, stupid. How you gonna get your CISSP? You don't even know what the fuck is you talking about. Sorry, I don't know anything. TCP wrapper. I don't think it has anything to do with switches. I think it's a security protocol used to protect TCP IP traffic over WAN links. Because, yeah. So C. We're going to mark that as a star to be like, we'll come back to that. What is both a benefit and potentially harmful implication of multi-layer protocols? I think I'm gonna have to stop this video because none of these questions I'm gonna get right. What is both a benefit and potentially harmful implication of multi-layer protocols? Throughput, encapsulation, hash integrity checking, or logical addressing. A harmful, potentially harmful implication. Why would it be local addressing? Oh, logical addressing. Doesn't make sense. Throughput? Encapsulation? Why would that be a benefit? Hash integrity checking. I don't know. I'm just gonna say throughput because who knows? By examining the source and destination addresses, the application usage, the source of the origin, and the relationship between current packets with the previous packets of the same session, blank firewalls are able to grant a broader range of access for unauthorized users and activities, and actively watch for and block unauthorized users and activities. I'm going to say stateful inspection. Because it's not circle level gateway, it's not application level gateway. Static packet filtering, well, I don't know what that means, but stateful inspection is the right answer. Because you establish a connection and that connection is stateful. So that means that as long as packets are going back and forth, it's going to keep the connection open. But no, that's not correct. I didn't even answer it yet, but I don't know what an application level gateway is. I've never heard of that term. Application level gateway firewalls are able to grant a broader range of access for authorized users and activities and actively watch for and block unauthorized users and activities. Yeah, it's probably going to be application level because stateful inspection is just a connection and it'll see destination application usage. Yeah, so I'm gonna say application level gateway. I don't even know. Firewalls are known as third generation firewalls. Next gen, yeah, it's got to be 12 has got to be application level gateway firewalls are known as third generation firewalls. So weird, I've never heard of that before. Which of the following is not true regarding firewalls? They're able to log traffic information. That is true. They're able to block viruses. It's possible. They're able to issue alarms based on suspected attacks. They are unable to prevent internal attacks. Why would a firewall not be able to prevent internal attacks? Which of the following is not true regarding firewalls? They are able to log. Yes, they are able to block viruses. I would imagine so, yeah. They are able to issue alarms based on suspected attacks. Yeah. Okay, so they're unable to. Which of the following is not a routing protocol? OSPF is, BGP is, RPC is, not, RIP is. So it's C, 14 is C. A blank is an intelligent hub because it knows the address of the systems connected to each outbound port. Instead of repeating traffic on every outbound port, it repeats traffic only out the port in which the destination is known to exist. So that is a switch, because every port is a collision domain and it doesn't have to broadcast anything out. It knows based on ARP where the traffic is going to. Which of the following is not a technology specifically associated with 802.11 wireless networking? So 802.1x is the protocol used for authenticating ports. So WPA is, WEP is 802.11i, 802.1x. I mean, you can use 802.1. No. Not a technology specifically associated with 802.11 Windows wireless networking. So I know it's 802. I have never heard of 802.11i. Or have I? Because it's AC is the latest one. 802.11. This is going to be a guess, but I'm going to guess D. Which wireless frequency access method offers the greatest throughput with the least interference? It's not OSPF. I'm going to say it's, I don't know what OFDM is, but I'm going to say, damn, I don't even know what this question is. I'm going to say A. What security concept encourages administrators to install firewalls, malware scanners, and IDS on every host? Endpoint security. Yeah. Endpoint security. You install a local firewall, a scanner, and an IDS on every host. Because network access control is, that's what I was saying about 802.1x's network access control. Yeah, and endpoint security is the answer. What function does ARP perform? It resolves IP addresses into MAC addresses. God damn. At least I get one. At least I know I got one of these shits right. At least one question I got right. And that's the one that I'm mad confident in. What form of infrastructure mode wireless networking deployment supports large physical environments through the use of a single SSID but numerous access points? What? What form of infrastructure mode wireless networking deployment suggests large physical environments through the use of a single SSID but numerous access points? Standalone? Is that an infrastructure mode? Standalone? Wired extension, enterprise extension, or bridge? What the fuck does that even mean, though? All right. The standalone infrastructure mode wireless networking deployment supports large physical. The wired extension, that can't be it. Enterprise extension, that can't be it. The bridge infrastructure mode. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna guess. Let's go over this shit. Let's see if I got these shits right. Oh, there's another one for, there's another chapter for domain 4. Communication and network security. Voice, multimedia collaboration, remote access, data communications, virtualized networks. Yeah, we did some virtualized networking stuff. What chapter was that? 11? Chapter 11. D, yes. B, yes. Oh, I'm so dumb. I should have known that. Please do not throw sausage pizza away. Wait. Wait a minute. Session, what did I? Layer 5. Simplex, one direction, half duplex, two-way, but only one direction can send data. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. See, I can't be having these stupid moments where I'm not getting this right. 4 is wrong. 3 is wrong. 4 is wrong. UTP is the least resistant because it is unshielded. I thought it was fiber. Fiber is not affected by terrestrial EMI. So that means that the actual question is which is least susceptible. But fiber is not affected by it at all. Which, why wouldn't that be the least susceptible? That's the thing I hate about these stupid fucking questions. A VPN is a secure, got that one right. B, radio frequency identification, yes. 7C, 8A, 9. A TCP wrapper is an application that can serve as a basic firewall by restricting access based on user ID or system ID. Whoops. 10, another one wrong. 10, encapsulation is both a benefit and potentially harmful implication of multi-layer protocols. All right, whatever, Doug. 11, stateful inspection firewalls are able to, that is what I said. That is what I said. I said stateful inspection firewall. See, it don't matter how much you do in the real world. The shit is different from this book shit. Like, yeah, that's what I said. It says stateful inspection, but then I was like, it's got to be application level gateway. But I did have that right. So, whatevs, son, whatevs. 12 is stateful inspection firewalls are known as third generation firewalls. Most firewalls offer extensive logging, auditing, and monitoring capabilities, as well as alarms and IDS functions. Firewalls are unable to block viruses or malicious code transmitted through otherwise authorized communication channels. This is dumb. This is not even true. Because if you use Fortinet firewalls, or even if you use any next-gen firewalls, they do have the capability of doing IDS, IPS, blocking viruses and stuff like that. Even on the Fortinet firewalls that we have right now, you can block viruses. There are policies to block viruses. Like, ooh, shit is dumb, dog. This shit is so dumb. 14 is correct. 15 is correct. 16, I should have never second guess myself. That's another thing I shouldn't do, is second guess myself. So I see that twice here. I second guess myself. 17 is wrong. Because who the fuck knows what OFDM is, and why do I even care? Fuck, I hate this test, man. Endpoint security is the security concept that encourages administrators to install firewalls. Yes, got that right. B. And enterprise extended infrastructure mode exists when a wireless network is designed. The fuck kind of questions are these, dog? I'm gonna fail this fucking test, bro. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wrong. 10 out of 20, kid. 50%. Let's hope they only ask 10 of the questions that I got right on this shit. Anyway, I'm gonna take the assessment on I'm gonna take the assessment now. I'm frying my fucking brain. Take the assessment now on the Udemy, and I should do better here because it's gonna go over shit that I actually covered, not like this book shit. But also, I'm gonna try to get my boy to I'm gonna try to get my boy to send me that so I can get these test questions on the phone. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I appreciate you watching, man. Stay tuned. I'm gonna start Domain 5 tomorrow. And hopefully I'll have some good news about the assessment that I took. And I'll keep you up to date on Domain 5. Appreciate you.